All right. Welcome back.
Yep, can you hear me?
Yes. If it happens, what we should do, we have to make sure we are in the right feature file. So just make sure here, go to run configuration and check in the project. Then click on OK. And you can actually look at the path. If it is similar to your project, then SRC task resources feature and name of the feature is login test feature, then it is fine. If it is not, just do it and refresh it. Okay, maybe sometimes it takes a couple of times to do it, and then try to run it. Cucumber feature. Now look, it has given us, you can implement missing steps with the snippets below. Now you have to check in whether it is your feature. As per your feature, it is enters incorrect username, and it was obviously incorrect username, right? If you see correct username, then you can understand this feature is not yours. And we see it is ours, exactly that one we are looking for. So this code snippets we have to copy, and this is going to go inside the step definition file. Right button click, and since it is Java file, so we have to create Java file, and just you can name it you can say uh, steps login. Okay, this step is login functionality. Just don't write steps, many people do it. Write something so that you can understand. This is login test. You can say steps login test 2. Okay, and since we are using BDD Cucumber, you don't need main method. Click finish, and just inside of it you are copy and pasting. Okay, now go to source. You can actually format it, okay, or you can do it manually. Then just take out unnecessary quotes. Okay, now tell me, what do you see difference between BDD and TDD? Can you see any difference?
I mean, you created the framework, for your test case, right? So,
In
but now, why
TDD,
didn't you create it even the steps? How do you why didn't you convert the steps? Because it doesn't know it, or why is that?
why I did it? What is your question?
Like you created a framework, like I don't know why they didn't put all the steps, too.
Okay, let me explain. In TDD means test ng. For every test case, we create a test method, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in BDD, we don't create a test method for a test case. Here, rather we are creating test method, you see test method for
Right.
every test step.
Mm.
The difference is in TDD, we are creating test method for one test case. And in one test case, there are multiple test cases, test steps.
Mm-hmm.
But in BDD, you see, for each step, we are creating one test method.
Okay.
So for every step, we are creating, you see, user is on the login page. This is a method, right? And the user enters incorrect username. This is also another method. Enter another password. So in BDD, we are creating test method for every step. For every test step, we are creating a test method. You don't need to run this feature file and copy the code snippet. You can write it yourself, but you have to remember, you have to write test method for every single test step in BDD. In TDD, we don't do it. We write test method for a test case. But there is just one test case. We are creating so many methods, right?
Right.
Okay, now we have to import given, and we can import every of them. When we can say this is and this is and, but you can keep when, no problem. But without doing it, what we can do, we can just, instead of given, you can say dot star, and everything will be imported automatically. Okay, now just you have to write Selenium code inside every test method. Number one is user is on the login page. Test step is user is on the login page, and it is condition. So to be on the login page, we have to say web driver equal to new Chrome driver. Okay, and you can import it the same way we did in TDD. Okay, then we can say driver dot get, and it is https://facebook.com. Okay, and we can use web driver manager, or we even if we don't use, no problem. Then I want to just driver manage dot window And what the window will manage? It will maximize. Okay. Now, right button click. We don't have yet test runner, but we can run it this way just to check whether it is working or not. Yes, it is invoking browser and navigate to facebook.com, right? Now we have to find out the elements the same way we did earlier. Click on inspector, then back, and we see name is email. I'm taking name. Incorrect username. So I just said driver dot find element. It's not working. Why not working? Can you tell me?
Because you didn't did it the global. Yeah, you have to define it as a global,
Yes,
right? The
I
driver, the
have to
web driver.
because
Yep.
this method scope is working.
Mm-hmm.
It's only work within the method. If you want to work from other method, then we have to make it global.
Mm-hmm.
So now it is global. Will it work now?
There should be.
Yes, it's working. Driver find elements, but still it will disturb. You see, this driver is not connected to this driver yet. Though it is working, it seems working, but it's not showing it is connected because the class is there. You have to take out the class. Now you see, now it is
Mm-hmm.
connected well. Find out by dot name, and the name is no. Name is email. Okay. Then what should we do? We have to pass the parameter. To pass the parameter, the method we use is send keys. Okay. And it is incorrect. So abcd@gmail.com can be anything. Okay. And the next step is user enters incorrect what password. We are taking instead of name ID here, and ID we still don't know. The password can be incorrect one. Let's see what is passwords. ID is pass. Can you see it? Can you see it?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Can you see it? ID is pass. So I just paste here ID equal to pass and click on login button. Actually, we can copy this and paste here. And we know button should be clicked, and we are using click method here, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what is going to be here, but instead of ID, I'll take name. Just go back, click back on login, and name is login. I just take login. Okay. And finally, the user cannot be logged in. See, so control spacebar. The user cannot be logged in. Successfully. All right. Then I just want here driver to close and driver dot quit. Now you cannot run it from here. Okay, you see, we don't have any runner. If you even go to feature file, actually we don't have runner. Run as cucumber feature, but we don't have runner. So to solve the problem, what we have to do, we have to create a runner file package. You can say this is tests runner. Yet inside the test runner, you have to create a Java class and we name it tests runner. Okay. So there are 3 steps. If you observe very carefully, first we create a feature file, then we run it, then take the code snippet, then we create step definition. Okay, you can name it as this one. I name it steps login test, so that I can understand this one glued to steps login test. Now if you go here, you see still it is not mapped. It is still not mapped. It's not showing that it is mapped. You see? There is still marked, but when these two will map, it will be with green mark. Okay? Do you understand what I said?
If it's not marked, it should be red or should be yellow. Green mark, he said, right?
Yeah, it is now yellow mark. But when it is mapped together, it will be a green mark. It will be a green. Okay. Let's try to run this feature again. Yeah, it is working. Okay. And showing
What are
one
these like?
pass.
Are these like warnings, the yellows, or are these errors?
It is not warning, but it showed it didn't mapped. But when I run it again, you see, now it is mapped.
Yeah.
Now it is green mark, right? Now it is green, meaning it has been now glued to this steps login test and login test feature. You understand it? Okay. Now we have test runner, this one. To make it functional, we have to do some job. Okay. First, what we have to do? we have to use @cucumber options. Okay. Now, what is cucumber options? It is just we call it fictitious cucumber options, and we have to import it. Look very carefully. We have to import it. You see,
Right.
I just import it, and it has been imported. And inside of it, I have to do a couple of things. That is very important. Without it, we cannot execute our test. Remember. This is very important, okay? And in the interview question, we will be asked a couple of things. How you connect this to login test.feature and steps login tests together. How we did it? We first ran the login test.feature, then it gave us code snippets. We copy the code snippet, then create steps definition, and inside the step definition, we paste it and we implement the code snippet with Selenium with Java scripts. Then when we again run the login feature file, these two files glued together, mapped together, connect together. When they both connected or mapped or glued together, the login feature file turned into green. Every step turned into green from yellow warning. Okay? When it becomes green, we understand that it's properly glued together or connect together or mapped together. Look the words. It's glue. From glue, it is glued together. From map, it is mapped together and connected together. These three words are very important to discuss how these two files have been connected, mapped, and glued together. Okay. Now inside the test runner, you have to tell how they are connected. Okay. You have to now say how features are connected. Features equal to, you see, where is feature? This is inside the src/test src resources. Then this feature file is inside feature folder. So you have to tell the Cucumber options where exactly this file is located. So features is located inside src/test/resources. Then features. Do you understand it?
Right.
You say yes?
Hmm.
Okay, fantastic. Now you have to glue this feature file and the steps definition file. So how you can do it? You have to tell where is the glue, how it is glued. You have to tell the glue. Both are features and feature file and step definition file are glued together, and this is inside steps. Now remember, if your project manager is telling you steps should be step definitions, you have to write it like step definition. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
If you create this package as step definitions, then you have to put here step definitions. If you're writing just steps, always write steps. Okay? This is very important. If you forget it, your project will not run. Just save it. Now run it. Still, it is not showing the runner.
Mm-hmm.
So what we have to do, we have to extend it and use testng. We install testng because we want to use a class from testng, and to use it we have to say extends. You remember the idea of extending something
Mm-hmm.
before we um, inherit from a class by another class. Do you
Right.
remember?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. In Java, extends keyword is used whenever we want to inherit something, inherit from a class. We are going to inherit from testng class, and this is abstracts testng cucumber tests. Okay, this is a class. We are actually inheriting it from testng, and we can just import it. You see,
Mm-hmm.
we are inheriting from cucumber.testng. From where? If you go here, cucumber testng. Remember?
Right.
Okay. So we are just importing it. Now we are ready to run our project, run our test. You see, now we have run as testng test. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, I just run it and it's executing now. The user cannot be logged in successfully. And we see the results is here. It's a green mark meaning passed, one passed. Okay. And test run 1, failure 0, passed 1. Okay. Now this is good. Even if you go to the project, okay, if you go to the project, you see there is no test results, right?
Mm-hmm.
But look at the target. We have no results. But in TestNG, when you refresh, it should give us something like a report. But there is no report, okay? So refresh it again, no report. We can try again to refresh. Yes, you see, there is a report now.
Yep.
Test output. Sometimes you have to refresh it 3 times.
What?
Yeah, I did 3 times, okay? Uh, refresh. Sometimes doesn't work. First refresh, second, and third time it worked, okay? Click on this button,
Mm-hmm.
then go to index.html, right button click, open with web browser, and your report is there, okay? One method, one pass, okay? Actually, one method here meaning one test case, okay? Now, actually, we have just one, so it's not showing much. But in real world project, we don't depend on this report, on TestNG report. We need a more clear and extensive report. So to create another report, we have to do some more work. Now it is going to be ended. Let's join back in 5 minutes, okay?
Yeah, I mean, okay, yeah, sure.
It'll take just 15-20 minutes more.
Okay, got it.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.